Chapter 317. Sunlight splintered through her delicate eyelashes, lingering on each flutter. Zhu Huaran remained in bed, her gaze fixed on the ceiling, lost in thought. The previous night marked their arrival in Xi'an, with the Dragon Phoenix escort agency. Their last hurdle, the formidable black stone fortress under the command of the 1,000 Strength Axe, had been overcome. Navigating the lively streets, they settled in a hidden inn, greeted by the comforts of prepared beds, steaming meals, and inviting bathwater. Exhaustion claimed Zhu Huaran immediately after she ensured the cargo's safety. Finally, the end is in sight. Here they were sheltered from the perils of mountain bandits and covert ambushes. The crucial task of delivering the 1,000-year snow ginseng to the Southern Edge sect was almost fulfilled. Anticipation grew among the Dragon Phoenix escort agency's ranks, envisioning the reward in the journey home. Along with 33 urns. 33. Zhu Huaran's eyes welled up with tears. In her mind, each urn evoked a face, a memory, echoes of laughter and sorrow. I shouldn't be like this. Wiping her eyes with her sleeve, Zhu Huaran slapped her own cheeks. With a great smack, her scattered thoughts began to gather. Now it's just the beginning. I need to keep my wits about me. Completion of the escort mission was still ahead. 3 days remained to meet their deadline with the Southern Edge sect, and within this window the 1,000-year snow ginseng's safe delivery was paramount. And then, it'll be a new beginning. Muttering softly, Zhu Huaran felt within her robe. Retrieving a securely sealed wooden box, she inspected it briefly before resecuring it with a strap. The mere touch of the box released a fleeting, invigorating aroma. Within it lay the 1,000-year snow ginseng, one of the martial world's most sought-after treasures. Don't lose your focus, Zhu Huaran. This is just the first step. It was in this moment of self-reassurance that a familiar voice called from beyond the door. Huaran, are you awake? Recognizing the voice, Zhu Huaran adjusted her clothing and responded. Yes, Uncle Heo. You can come in. Then, I'll be intruding for a moment. Chief Escort Heo Jun entered, his expression bright as he opened the door. We might be able to return home earlier than planned. That means, the Southern Edge sect is waiting for us in Xi'an. The Southern Edge sect? Yes, and I heard that the Taiyi Ruthless Sword himself has come, ha ha ha. Heo Jun's laughter contrasted starkly with Zhu Huaran's sudden solemnity. The Southern Edge sect and the Taiyi Ruthless Sword himself came all the way to Xi'an. Logically, she should mirror Heo Jun's elation at the prospect of an early return. Yet, recalling the Southern Edge sect's past arrogance and disrespect, Zhu Huaran couldn't shake off an unsettling feeling. Uncle Heo, doesn't this seem odd to you? Odd? What do you mean? There are still 3 days left until the scheduled deadline. It's 3 days left. It takes 2 days to travel from Xi'an to Mount Zhongnan, even at a leisurely pace. You often said this, Uncle. There are no coincidences in the martial world. Nothing is surprising when it comes to martial arts affairs. Huaran, what are you trying to say? Heo Jun's perplexed gaze met hers. Up until now, the Southern Edge sect has been subtly hostile towards our Dragon Phoenix escort agency. They would want this escort mission to fail more than anyone. That's why they set such difficult conditions in the first place. But we accepted them, and we succeeded brilliantly. The Southern Edge sect's demands were notorious for their difficulty. Other escort agencies, despite the allure of associating with the famous Southern Edge sect, had refused the task, deeming it overly ambitious. Failure to deliver the 1,000-year snow ginseng within the deadline meant not only mission failure but also a hefty penalty. Yet, Zhu Huaran had accepted the challenge. She was driven by a desire to raise the stature of the Dragon Phoenix escort agency, and it came at a great cost. An unexpected complication had arisen. The leak of information regarding the 1,000-year snow ginseng. Zhu Huaran was no novice, her keen intellect adept at piecing together disparate clues. Her suspicions, once vague, were now crystallizing into a coherent theory. She spoke with a measured tone. Perhaps the Southern Edge sect. Stop, Heo Jun interjected sharply, a serious expression replacing his previously jovial demeanor. Stop it. I know what you're thinking, but anything more is dangerous. But I'm well aware of the rumors about the Southern Edge sect. It's true they are trying to undermine us to grow their own escort agency. But what you're suggesting now, Huaran, it's a dangerous assumption. Uncle Heo, as your uncle and as chief escort of the Dragon Phoenix escort agency, I ask you this. Please don't put yourself and the escort agency in danger. Though not blood relatives, his affectionate care for her since childhood was evident. Confronted with his serious tone, Zhu Huaran found herself unable to pursue her suspicions about the Southern Edge sect any further. Sigh. With a heavy sigh, Zhu Huaran's shoulders drooped slightly, and Heo Jun responded by comfortingly draping an arm around them. I'm sorry if I was too harsh. No, it's not that. I might have been a bit too sensitive. That's understandable. The Southern Edge sect is doing something unexpected. They're sending the Taiyi Ruthless Sword instead of their leader or a chief official. One of the two senior figures of the Southern Edge sect. The Taiyi Ruthless Sword was usually secluded in the main temple and rarely made public appearances. He was memorable for a simple reason. The first sword of the Southern Edge sect. He was a transcendent master produced by the Southern Edge sect and the owner of the fearsome swordsmanship known as the Ultimate 36 Sword technique. It must be for an important purpose that such a prominent figure to come here himself. Zhu Huaran pondered the significance of this. Why would it be the Taiyi Ruthless Sword of all people? It must be because they're in a hurry. The reason the Southern Edge sect spent a fortune on the 1,000-year snow ginseng was due to the internal injuries of the tiger swordsman. Imagine how they must feel with their only brother in such a condition. His explanation seemed plausible at first, but Zhu Huaran vividly recalled her father, Zhu Hogun, the gentleman swordsman, once commenting, "He is a fearsome man." Her father, known for his benevolent disposition, rarely spoke ill of others. If even he harbored such views about the Taiyi Ruthless Sword, then there must be more to him than just his swordsmanship prowess. Let's not be complacent until the end. Collecting her thoughts, Zhu Huaran shifted the conversation to another concern. There was someone else still weighing heavily on her mind. How is Chief Escort Song? About that. Heojun paused momentarily before responding, a hint of hesitation in his voice. Reliable couriers were secretly watching him day and night, but as you know, last night everyone was so relieved that they lost sight of him. I have no excuse. It's my fault for not being more vigilant. Waran observed Heojun's discomfort, his gaze evading hers. Sigh. Song Il-Siam, a figure shrouded in mystery and burdened with a tarnished reputation, had been a critical subject of their watchful eye. His actions, particularly since his encounter with Jin Taekyung, had only deepened their suspicions. I emphasized so much to keep a close watch. Heojun was undeniably a man of good character, a veteran of over 30 years with the Dragon Phoenix Escort Agency, and a close confidant of JJU Hogun akin to a brother. Yet, it was moments of laxity like these, however rare, that sometimes led to significant misfortunes. Hopefully not this time. What was done could not be undone, and the vital 1,000-year snow ginseng was securely in her possession. Concealing her concern, Zhu Huaran inquired, "Where did the Southern Edge sect say they wanted to meet?" "They said to meet by noon at a tea house called Dengguang Tower, located at the western end of Xi'an." Dengguang Tower was a famous tea house Zhu Huaran occasionally visited. It was a perfect place to conclude the escort mission, with many watchful eyes and a quiet atmosphere. "I'll depart in an hour, so please get ready." As we were finalizing our preparations at Xi'an Tower, Bibake Mu Sheng arrived. "Are you really leaving so soon?" "I'd like to stay a few more days, but as you know the schedule is tight." "That's a pity. I wanted to invite you to our main temple if possible. I'll stop by on my way back. Then you can show me around manwha." "Haha, don't worry, I'll make sure to give you a proper tour." There it was again, the promise of a full course. To be honest, I wasn't expecting a full course. I just hoped that next time we met, it wouldn't be in the middle of a fight like this time. Observing Bake Mu Sheng's robust laughter, a thought crossed my mind. Should I tell him about the Dragon Phoenix Escort Agency and the Southern Edge sect? As I deliberated, Bake Mu Seong, casually scratching his cheek, posed a question. "Why are you looking at me like that? Is there something on my face?" "Young Master Jin?" "Oh no, it's nothing. I just got lost in thought for a moment." "Damn, I don't know. Ultimately, the Southern Edge sect and the Dragon Phoenix Escort Agency are all strangers to me. Any conflict they have is for them to resolve. I have enough problems of my own without worrying about theirs. It's none of my business. This is Murim after all." I busied myself with seating Jiao Qiangang onto the cart, then proceeded to stack furs atop it. Even amidst this task, my thoughts kept circling back to Zhu Huaran, and that brief, unsettling interaction with Song Il-Siam. Looking back, he was suspicious. He smelled worse than Gungji Bang. Knowing the friction between the Dragon Phoenix Escort Agency and the Southern Edge sect piqued my curiosity about his true identity. With a power level of 110, he could effortlessly overpower the 10 dragons and phoenixes. His age appeared to be in the early to mid-30s, but his affiliation remained a mystery. An assassin from the Southern Edge sect? No, that's a stretch. Or perhaps, captivated by Jeju Huaran's beauty, he chose to linger by her side? No, if that were the case, there'd be no reason for him to hide his true strength. Or should the protagonist hide his power? Is that more attractive? Zhu Huaran. I haven't talked to her much, but she seemed nice and straightforward. Her martial prowess was exceptional to have achieved the rank of peak master at such a young age. And also, her dimples when she smiled were cute, and her crescent moon-shaped eyes. She reminded me of a cat, and I've always liked cats. Squad leader? Huh, what? I snapped back to reality, greeted by Hyuk Mujin's puzzled look. Not just him, but Gung Jibang, Chung Peng, and even Baek Museong shared the same bemused expression. What's up? Why are you all staring? Well, Hyuk Mujin hesitated, then pointed towards the cart. From my humble point of view, at this rate, Sir Juk might suffocate. Whoa! I hurriedly threw off the furs that had piled up like a mountain. Jiuxian Gang, who almost slipped further into a coma under the heap, was gasping for breath. Ah, savior, you're just like me. Did you just insult me? Ah, no, it's not like that. I turned away from Chong Peng, whose expression drooped in response, and efficiently rearranged the furs. Jok Chun Gang was soon obscured, but with ample ventilation this time. All right, if we're ready, let's get going. Leaving Xi'an Tower, we were embraced by the lively Xi'an streets, buzzing with activity. Baek Mu-sung, amidst the din, made a remark. I'd like to see you off, but you wouldn't allow that, would you? We're going to see each other again later, so what's the fuss? Ha, I thought as much. Well then, farewell. Take care, Chong Peng Sasuk. Safe travels, Baek Sejil. I held back from raising the subject that lingered in my mind. Perhaps it was for the best. Amidst the departing warmth, a snippet of conversation caught my attention. Did you hear? The Tai Yi Ruthless Sword of the Southern Edge sect is in Xi'an. What? The Tai Yi Ruthless Sword? Why on earth? I don't know. Someone saw him heading to Dengwang Tower in the west. Rumor has it he's meeting with the Dragon Phoenix escort agency. The voices ebbed away into the hustle of the streets. I turned to Chong Peng. Young Master Chong. Yes, savior. Have you tried tea? Yes, I have. You haven't had real tea. If I say so, then it's true.